At this time of year, we often start talking about which listed companies have the most generous dividends. In this video, we will see some examples of companies that should distribute a significant part of their profits to their investors. In this case, it is interesting to talk about Italian and not American companies. It is always important to consider that the percentage dividend that an investor can receive depends on two things: the share of the profit that a company decides to distribute to its shareholders, which can undergo variations both for decisions concerning management and for what could be the future macroeconomic environment. The second variable, of course, is the stock price. A stock goes up and the dividend percentage is lower, and vice versa. The first company I would like to talk about is the largest Italian company listed on the stock exchange, namely Enel. Last year it boomed with a turnover of 140 billion euros and an increase of 64% compared to the previous year. The boom is due to the increase in electricity bills, but we observe that an increase in turnover has not translated into an equal increase in net profit. Enel 2023 dividend, referring to 2022, will be 40 cents per share, from which 20 cents per share will be subtracted, which was essentially the interim payment. Therefore, the jump will be precisely 0.2 euros per share. The company has decided to distribute over 4 billion euros to its shareholders, and the dividend calculated with the share price on April 5 is just over 7%. Another really interesting company when it comes to dividends is Unipol, with a 7.7% dividend. The company increased its profit by 6%, reaching 683 million euros in 2022. Being a company in the insurance sector, it is useful to judge the company's performance by observing the insurance collection, which in this case consists of 2.4% pushed by the damage branch. In addition, companies in the insurance sector have their own investment portfolios. Because they have many assets under management, in this case, the company's portfolio of insurance financial assets achieved a performance of 3.1%, above all thanks to coupons and dividends. Coming precisely to the dividend, the company has for now approved a coupon of 0.37 per share, detached on May 22nd and paid on the 24th. In this case, it is a 23% increase in the dividend. Another company I want to talk about in this video is an automotive company. Has the highest coupon for 2022, and it is Stellantis. The dividend should be 8.32%. In fact, the company brought a report in 2022 with revenues that reached 179 billion euros, an increase of 18% compared to the previous year, and a very high net profit. We are talking about 16 billion euros against the 13 that had been totaled in 2021. Surely the merger between FCA and PSA is bringing benefits. There are economies of scale, and above all, companies can share investments in very expensive trends such as electrification, for example. Since the beginning of the year, the share has gained 24%, therefore doing better than many other companies in the sector, and the managing director of the group, Carlo Tavieres, made a statement that investors always like very much. Despite all the turbulence that exists in the state amidst the war, inflation, and disasters in the banking sector, he stated that the guidance for 2023 is in line with the industrial plan that had been drawn up in previous years. So the company is solid and is meeting its targets. Now is the time to talk about Snam. It is an energy infrastructure company based in Italy and active in the transport, storage, and regasification of methane. It is a perfectly healthy company that distributes a dividend that has always had a sustainable yield of over 4% per year. The dividend is semi-annual. It is paid in January and June. Snam is profitable, therefore it has a beta of less than 1, which makes it a defensive stock that can lower the volatility of the portfolio in times of storm. The payout ratio is 59%. 44 cents are the earnings per share, but only 26 are distributed, therefore a perfectly sustainable dividend. Furthermore, in recent years, Snam has had management that has been able to pay very close attention to environmental issues. In fact, it is one of the most active companies in the ecological transition sector. In addition, they have also managed to constantly increase profits year after year with targeted and intelligent investments. It pays one of the highest quality dividends among the companies mentioned, and the last one was 5.4%. As I mentioned earlier about Stellantis, it is extremely interesting to introduce the queen of automotive brands, such as Ferrari. The financials show that revenue has doubled over the past 8 years or so, with net income quadrupling. Ferrari has recently been trying to diversify the brand through restaurants, fashion, and automotive sectors, such as the SUV Purosangue. Observing also here, the guidance for 2023 is very strong and in line with the industrial plan, and it is a company that is constantly generating strong cumulative industrial free cash flow of 4.6 to 4.9 billion euros in the period of the plan 2022 to 2026. As for dividends, we have a 0.4% yield, and shareholders will be rewarded through a dividend payout increased from 30% to 35% of adjusted net income from 2022 onward. With a strong brand, strong earnings projections, and a bullish stock in 2023, Ferrari is a stock to watch. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not a buy at the moment, but one that should be added to the list of stocks to keep an eye on.
While you've reached the end of the video, if you are interested in learning more about similar topics, here you will find other really interesting videos from the channel. Thanks for watching this video. Click on the like button if you enjoyed it, and do not forget to subscribe in case you didn't. See you on the next one.